All right, fellas. This is these are the five critical. I'm gonna call them pillars that you guys need to get the ultimate maximum exposure that you're looking for. Okay. Um, back when I went through the whole recruiting process, I didn't even know anything about the recruiting process. I mean, I was a kid who grew up in the '90s, thinking I was the next Jordan like everybody else, thinking I had a hoop game. I had hoop dreams. Okay, I didn't even start playing football till I was a sophomore in high school. I was always scared to get hit. But um, so being on part of that and that part of growing up playing football taught me a lot about developing like your next move, like what you want to do. So the same thing transitions over to the recruiting process. I need a game plan. What do I want to do? What are my schools that I feel like I can play at? Number one, and number two, um, what's the education like there for me? Am I going to be able to get out and get my degree, um, and whatever field I want to as well? I mean, now's the time to start asking yourself, what do I want to be when I grow up? Because those things play a factor into the recruiting process, you know? So if the schools have your major, um, they have your position, um, the fact that there's not as many players at the wide receiver position, so maybe I'll get an opportunity to play right away. Okay, all of that kind of plays a role into what you want to do. Um, so you need to develop that game plan. So one of the first steps, I hope y'all got a pen and paper. Y'all writing this down, okay? Um, One of the first steps you need to do as a student athlete is go to the NCAA clearinghouse. They call it the NCAA eligibility center now. Go there, um, look at log in or make a login, I should say. Sign up for it, and then you'll be able to read all the requirements, what you have to do as far as the classes you need to take to be NCAA certified, um, the SATs, the ACTs. It'll give you all of that type of student information part of the recruiting process. That's where you need to go. So if you haven't done that, make sure you fill out that NCAA eligibility form and make sure that um, y- you're up to speed on what you need to do in order to play NCAA ball to begin with. Okay. Also, after you do that, the next step is to go to your high school, talk to your counselor, and make sure you have those necessary classes that are on that list. Okay. Because if you're not, you know, eligible by this NCAA to play in any institution, none of this matters anyway. You didn't do what you're supposed to do as a student. So we just wasting our time at this point. So make sure you do that. Okay. Talk to the counselors. Make sure you in all the classes you need, and be that student that you're supposed to be. Otherwise, all of this is going to be for naught. Okay, and I don't want that for you guys. Okay. Also, when it's time for the football season, okay, y'all got to ball out. Okay, coaches don't want to see mediocre. Okay, I was a coach, and I always used to tell people the eye and the sky don't lie. Okay, so you have to show these coaches everything you got on every play, which I mean that basically leads me into my second pillar, I should say, is your highlight tape. Okay, your highlight tape got to have some highlights. We got to be able to see you perform at a high level all the time. Okay, so now the coaches can see that, man, that kid, he has a motive. Okay, he got a lot of energy. He can go. He gets to the ball, or he has great vision, or he runs routes well all the time, or he blocks when the play is going the opposite way. Okay, all of those little details and those little things, they matter to coaches. Okay, so understand that when you putting together your highlight tape. Okay, I mean it's just not about. I play receiver, so a lot of my examples gonna be from the receiver realm of things because that's just the way it's gonna be. Okay, but as a receiver, I had to be able to showcase that I could catch the ball, I could run routes. I had to show my speed. So, and I had to show me blocking and being tough because that's what you want to show to the coaches that you can do it all. You multi-dimensional. I can block. I can run routes. I can catch the rock for you. You know, give me the ball on the reverse. I'll do my thing on that too. Okay. No matter where they need you, you got to be able to put yourself in the position to succeed. So when creating the highlight tape, first impressions matter. Okay. Wow them with your first, not one, not two, but your first seven, eight. You have to want the coach to continue to watch. You know what I'm saying? So if you can get him to watch for more than 30 seconds, that's a win. So you got to bring it with the highlight tape. Show motor. Show you playing kickoff. Show you playing uh, the punt team as a gunner or something. Show some of the little things that makes him say, okay, well he was a receiver. He returned kicks. He returned punts. He was a gunner on the punt team. Like show that you can be multi-dimensional. If you're an O lineman, you know, hey, show yourself on the field goal team or the punt team, pushing somebody down, whatever. Show your toughness right away because that's what coaches like. They like bulls. They like people that are tough. Okay, so as a football player, you're supposed to be tough. All right. So with your highlight type, show your skill. Okay, show the fundamentals that you have them. Show the personality, but most of all, show the toughness. Okay, you being tough and showing 100% effort. I'll throw that in there too. Having a high motor, those are going to help you guys win every time. Okay. All right. My third pillar. Okay. Understand we gonna you have to create just like anything, you want a job, right? Okay, say you want a job or you got a job right now. Okay, if you have a job now, you went through a process of filling out an app. The manager, they looking at it, and they bring you in for an interview. Okay, to that interview, you have to bring um some type of paperwork, some type of resume. Even if you don't have a resume or you hadn't had a job before, they still want something that tells you tells them about you, you know? And and all, and once you come in there, they get to learn who you are, okay? The same principles apply to trying to get recruited, all right? You have to have an athletic resume to be able to to send to these coaches in order for them to really know who you are. Apply for the position. You want a scholarship? I'm applying for your scholarship. That's the way you need to treat it. So make it look nice. Okay, put a nice picture on there. You know, um, pretty soon uh, at BTR Academy, we're gonna be able to put together um, that athletic profile and be able to put your highlight tapes on there, your awards that you may have received, or just letting these coaches know who you are. You know, so your personality, what you like to do, what you don't like to do, all of these things play a role into building rapport and getting to know the coaches on a deeper level. Okay, because a lot of coaches, if they can see that you have a story, that you genuine, and you can open up and express who you are, that's winning for them. They know that they don't have to worry about you as much once they get you on campus, because you're a good kid, or even if you had some troubles in your life, they still know how to be able to handle you because you put yourself out there and let them know who you truly were. Okay, so I mean, just continue to work on character is a big thing, and you know that will help go a long way once we send that athletic resume out, and the coaches are able to read it and know who you are. We also gonna put the video on there, the highlight tape. You know, so we're gonna make sure the music right, make sure the plays is right, and we just gonna make sure that everything is in place in order for you to to grab their attention and you know sell yourself, because that's what we're here to do. You know what I mean? Sell ourselves to these colleges and their programs. Okay. All right. Um, Pillar number 4. Okay. Sending your athletic resume. That was our pillar 3. Pillar number 4. Okay. This is very important because as a coach, I've seen it so many times where athletes they think they're better than what they are. Okay, so they get these high expectations, and then they get let down. You know, you can't probably go Division 1 if you can't even start on your high school team. That's just being real. You know what I'm saying? Like you third string running back and you a senior, but you trying to go D1, but you have no film, you have no highlights, and you was third string to begin with. So a lot of people don't even know who you were unless the team was getting blown out or y'all was blowing somebody out. Okay? So what I'm saying by that is we have to understand where we are as it pertains to our skill. Okay? If you feel like you're a Division 1 athlete and you can prove that you're a Division 1 athlete because you have the numbers, you have the highlights, you have the wins, you have the size, you look the part. If you have all that, hey, sky's the limit, baby. Do what you got to do. But if you don't, then let's dial it down. There ain't nothing wrong with playing D2 ball, D3 ball, nothing. Even if you got to go JUCO, fellas, nothing wrong with that. The key is we need to play at the next level because at each level that we rise and go up, we only gonna get better. So if I got to spend 2 years at a JUCO and to get my grades together, get my get used to college ways, or learn how to lift, whatever. If I have to do that for 2 years to live out my dreams, then do that. But all I'm saying is this: be real with yourself, okay? Because nothing that drives high school coaches crazy or college coaches crazy or or even people in the community crazy is thinking that you a D1 athlete when you're not. Okay? So once we realize who we are as a player and what level that we feel like we can play on, okay? Let's make our list. Okay? We want a list of 30 to 50 college programs. Okay? Where can I succeed on the field? Where can I succeed off the field? Okay. Are you a homebody like I was? I didn't want to leave the state. You know, I wanted my mama to come watch me play. So therefore, I chose to stay close to home. You know, all of these things are a factor in that. Okay. Do you want to get out the state? Are you a mama's boy? You don't want to be that far from your mama like I was. you know, just understand you as a person, who you are, okay, and what you want from your dream. Because if your dream is to play, you know, at the big house, and you know you from Georgia, I mean, is it worth you leaving Georgia to go to the big house, play at Michigan? You have to make that decision, but it's got to be a decision that can help you as a student first, because that's what we are. We students. Remember that. Students come first before athlete. Okay? Because if you don't have the student part, you can't be an athlete. I guess you can be an athlete, but you won't be playing. I saw a lot of athletic people in the intramural gym when I was in college. You know, there's athletes everywhere, but student athlete is powerful, man. Okay? So make sure that, you know, when you're making this list, that these colleges fit your needs as a student. Because to be real, these colleges use you to promote their school, promote their brand and who they are, and all of that. So the players don't get paid. Colleges make millions and millions of dollars. The players don't get paid. So we have to use that as I need to use them like they using me. So I need to come out of here with a degree at least. They need to give me something. I got free books, pencils, school tuition, whatever they may give you. At the end of the day, you need to get something from them too. So remember that when you're making the list. Okay. Understand that this list also includes, you know, a lifetime decision. Okay. This isn't just where am I going to play college ball the next 4 years. Okay. These, once you graduate high school, those college years are the most important years in your life. You independent. You finally out the house, getting away from mama and daddy's rules. You know what I'm saying? Now you can be a man and do what you want. But also, you got to go to school. You got to go to practice. You got to go to morning conditioning, 5:30 in the morning. It's cold. You don't feel like getting up. You tired because you might have just went out the night before. You know. So what you got to do? You got to get up. But through that whole process and those whole all those years, you got to understand that these are the most important years of your life because these years are going to determine if you get a job when you get out or what you going to do. Like, oh, are you getting married now? Now you got to try to figure out once you graduate college, now you figure out what the hell am I going to do with my life? Because that's where it's at. You don't have anybody holding your hand anymore. Mama and daddy not gonna take care of you forever. So this is when you learn how to be a man and how to mature. You know, so understand when making this list for these colleges, how is that gonna affect your future as a whole? You know, some degrees hold more weight than others. I don't make the rules, but that's just how it is. So rank them. Look at the roster. See if there's, you know, oh, they got 12 receivers on the rosters. 6 of them seniors this year. They got 2 juniors, a sophomore, and 2 freshmen. Like learn how to look at that stuff. Like, okay, 6 seniors. I mean, there's 6 people left. They got 2 seniors now. I can come in and maybe play right away. You know, Now if a team got 20 receivers or the same 12 receivers, let's say, but 2 of them seniors, 4 of them juniors, and then the rest are freshmen and sophomores. You're gonna have to wait your turn probably, unless you a dog. If you be a dog, if you feel like you a dog, then go ahead. You know, this is your future. So, but I just want you to understand how to start looking for some of these things when you're making your list, because all of that play a factor. Okay, so this is a future decision. So the list is vital. It is very important that you make a realistic list and be real with yourself. Okay. The fifth and the final pillar, okay, which a lot of you guys are doing right now is find a mentor, find somebody that can help guide you in the right direction as a man, as a student, as an athlete. You know, we live our life, thinking we know everything. At least I did. I don't know too much, but I know everything. So that's not how we need to be, because you don't know what you don't know. Okay, let me repeat that. You don't know what you don't know. Okay, so talking to people and networking with people and just asking questions, you know, having somebody mentor you will help shape and mold you as a person, and as an athlete. Okay, so understand that mentors are great to have, whether it's you know a teacher, uh, the guy you work do speed and agility training with, somebody that can help push you and stay positive and continue to build you as that player, as that athlete that you can be. You don't want to be around negative people. For what? They only want to bring people down. That's what they do. So be with positive people that's going to push you and help build you as a student athlete. Okay, someone like myself, like, I can see this whole recruiting process from both sides, because I went through it as an athlete, a high school athlete. You know, I grew up in Grand Rapids, Michigan. It was the second biggest city in Michigan. Okay, and I went to Creston High School. Right now they closed it down, so you can probably Google it or something, but it's gone. But there were a lot of great athletes that came out of Creston. Okay, at least in my era. But um, I graduated high school 2002. Okay, I'm 34 years old right now, and back in 1999, I was a sophomore in high school, and my high school football coach, who is now Division II coach, um, he told me, or he asked me, because he knew I was fast. Okay, he asked me if I would play football, but like I said, I was too scared to get hit. So I was a hoop dreamer. I thought I was a Nick Jordan, tongue all out, things like that. But I had a little jumper, but all my boys try to get me to push me to play. And finally, the coach told me that he'll gonna give me three routes because I play receiver. He's gonna give me a go route, a post route, and just a screen the whole year, and that he wouldn't get me hurt for basketball. So I agreed. You know, I went out there. I didn't even know how to put the knee pads in the pants. Okay, lost basically, but he helped mentor me. He helped mold me into believing that I could be good. You know, once I caught a few balls and got hit, I was like, oh, this isn't as bad as I thought. You know, so I was able to build my confidence and and build my swag because I already knew I was a good athlete. I knew I was fast. I ran a 4.38 40-yard dash. How many of y'all can beat that? Jets. I could jump out the gym. My friends call me Skywalk because it just looked like I was walking in the sky dunking. I was dunking in the eighth grade, but I still needed somebody to help me raise my game and raise my level as an athlete. Okay, and that's how important mentors are. You know, just because you a dynamite athlete in elementary school and in middle school, and you're the best athlete at the high school, something like that, doesn't mean that you can't get better. You know, and that's what a mentor did for me. So our football team, we made it to the state championship when I was a sophomore in high school back in 1999 at the Pontiac Silverdome. Okay, Grand Rapids Creston versus Farmington Hills Harrison, full of great players. They had Gaim Shabai, Kyle Brown, um, just loaded. And Harrison has a full of tradition. Um, they always loaded stack. And here we are, our city school, first time ever even making it to the state championship. And I mean, long story short, we end up losing, but that was one of the best moments in my life to be a part of because it built something in me that I just like that atmosphere. I like the crowd. I like the big lights. I like the the aspect of playing in front of all these people trying to showcase my skill and my talent, even though we lost. So that helped drive me. My some of my best friends, they was beasts. I mean, they played football since they was little. You know, Reuben Riley, he went to Michigan. That's one of my best friends. Turner Nande, he went to Miami of Ohio. He played with Ben Roethlisberger when Miami of Ohio was balling. Some of y'all look that up between 2003 2006. Miami, Ohio. Check them out. Then you know, we had a running back. His name was Aston Martin, just like the car. He was like mini Barry Sanders too. You know, man, I got a highlight video on my Facebook page, man. It's of our senior year. You'll see this little dude. He was nice. He ended up going to Toledo, and he was part of the baby backs they called him back then. Okay, my boy Scooter. Yeah, his name nickname Scooter, but his name Charles Archie. Him and I both went up to Central Michigan right out of high school. He played corner. He was a little fast. Then he got bigger. Then they moved him to safety and whatever. We both got full rides to Central Michigan. Okay, but my point in saying that is here I am, just a sophomore, and my boy's been playing for a minute. So they got all of these other coaches coming to see them. They got college coaches coming to see them. They're not coming to see me. They don't even know who Marcus Naves is. Who is Marcus Naves? You know what I'm saying? So not even understanding that and realizing what was going on because I was just happy to be on the team. We winning. We got a squad. You know, I just want to catch touchdowns and watch my highlights on the news and walk into school on Monday like I was the man. You know, like that's what I want. I didn't even realize what was going on. So my friends, they helped me get me to where I am because of their skill and their talent. So keep that in mind when you out there playing. Even though these coaches coming to see your teammate, understand that you can make an impression as well. That's your time to shine. Like, oh, they came here to see your boy Jake, but at the end of the day, at the end of the game, they like, man, who is number 34? 34, that's you. You know, make that impression every game. Okay, so I've been there as as an athlete. Okay, so and as a coach, let me put my coach hat on. Okay, I coached for what basically 10 years at a high school that it helped produce some great athletes out of there. I mean, Mark Ingram went there, Heisman Trophy winner. Um, Tony Jones, wide receiver, he went to Northwestern. Gabe Martin, Marcus Tucker. I mean, it was stacked and loaded. I mean, Bart Williams over at Grand Valley State, quarterback right now. I mean, he threw 73 touchdowns for us in 2 years. So, I mean, through that 10 years process of coaching, I mean, I probably helped 40, 50 kids like live out their dream just like you trying to do. Okay. So I was able to meet a lot of coaches, you know, be part of some dinners, um, go to some camps and learn the game and learn talk to coaches, learn what they like and players as people. You know, like you can send them a highlight tape and they know you're a great athlete, but how are you as a person? You know, that's one of the biggest questions they have when they come into the coach's office is how is this kid as a person? Okay, so being able to be around that, being able to see that on a daily basis with so many talented kids coming out of GB, it was it was eye opening to me that I needed to help more kids achieve this dream because it's a great dream to have. And there's nothing wrong with trying to live it out, man. Nothing wrong with it at all. So I can see both sides of the recruiting process, which I feel gives me an advantage and to help push you into what works for you and what will be the best thing for you. Um, so, I mean, finding a mentor is a huge thing. All right. So, I'm going to be your mentor here. Okay. And use your coach as a mentor. If you don't like your coach, find an assistant that you like. Okay. You don't got to suck up or anything, but find you a mentor, somebody in the building that you can confide in and that will help drive your character and drive you as an athlete. Okay. So if you have a great mentor, you good, man. All right. So right now, that's those are the five pillars of success. Okay. The first one was we're gonna develop a game plan. All right. We're gonna make sure we go to the NCAA eligibility center and fill out the necessary paperwork for that. We're gonna create a great highlight tape. I mean, I know a lot of schools and everything use Huddle right now. So Huddle is a great source to build your highlight tape. Okay. So I mean, all you gotta do is buy the link or something, I think. So make sure we create a eye catching highlight tape as well. Okay. And then we need to create that athletic resume. Okay. Make sure we got a great picture on there. Be able to put our highlight film, all of that on there. So we can introduce ourselves to these coaches. We can apply for the scholarship. Okay. That's what we want. So we got to apply for it. So we got to make sure it's look good, make sure it's right. So uh, we'll talk about that more. All right. And then pillar number four, okay, being real with ourselves. Okay. We're going to make our list, but we're going to be real with ourselves. Okay. Where can you succeed as a student and where can you succeed as an athlete? All right. It's not a 4 year decision, it's a lifetime decision. Okay. Remember those things. Okay. Fifth pillar, find you a mentor. You here with me. I'm glad to be that guidance, that coach, that mentor for you. Okay. But also find one in your community as well. Okay. And you'll be great. Okay. I hope you guys got a lot of value out of that, fellas. Okay. Five pillars, five pillars of success that'll help push you to succeed at the next level. Okay, that's what we want. That's what you're here for. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna push towards that. All right. Okay. Hope y'all doing good. Keep your eye on the prize and be the reason. Thanks.